reaction is for Bubbles to the Cranberries zombie. Not much to say about this one that hasn't already been said. However, there are some common misconceptions. Don't think it's anti-Irish or anti-IRA, but more accurately, it condemns the violence as a whole and how ideology can dehumanize people. It is a description of cyclical violence, repeated generation after generation. And you know, have you ever noticed how things go in waves? We go through like periods of a lot of tension and war and aggression, and then people learn, and we go through periods of peace and so on. And I feel like we are approaching times where we don't, I mean, in fact, we are living some, yeah. Man. We did this one live, I remember. Time works like a pendulum, forward and back before moves progress. That is so
Another head hangs lowly, child is slowly taken, and the violence causes silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head,
she says, it's not my family. It's like
with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns.
You know, it reminds me when people is like, if it's not my problem, I don't care kind of thing. It's amazing how humans can be so horrible, and it happens all around the world.
Mother's breaking, heart is taken over. When the violence causes silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same old deed since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying. In your head, zombie, zombie,
space. It is. Man, it's a masterpiece. They deem this too political. It's just bringing awareness. It's not about being political, it's about questioning why humans have to be like that. And I don't know much the story behind. I kind of know, but to be fair, I'm a bit ignorant in the subject, ignorant in the sense that I don't know enough. But it reminds me of how humans can be so horrible all over the world, and songs like these remind us of that dark side of humanity. There is something that record companies isn't interested in is money. Like, I think the thing is, like, record companies, they don't really care about the message. I was always admire their conviction for turning down millions of dollars not to release these as a single. Oh, they were offered money to not release this. Oh my god, that makes them even greater. So they actually wanted to silence them and their message. And it's not even a political message, it's about humanity when you think of it. Yeah, it has politics. And the amount of times I have had arguments with my family because of politics, because I am like, why do we need to be fighting each other over silly politics when the politicians, the people in power are the ones pinning us against each other? Kind of feel. And I don't know. I sometimes wonder, like, how much you have to dehumanize people. And sometimes when I read stories of war, and I read stories of the First World War, and they were sending children to the war, like, what, 14? When I was 14 years old, I was like, it just wasn't long ago. I'm not that old. No, but seriously, I was like, how? Like, my little nephew, he's also like around that age, like 13, 14, and me wrapping my head around that they would send kids like that to war. It's just, how? Why? And you definitely wouldn't think he's ready to go to war. And they used to do these things. I got some blankets and sleeping bags and heater for one. Oh, that is so sweet of you, David. Actions like these mean a lot. Like, and I sometimes wonder, and I was feeling earlier like there is so many bad things happening in the world that sometimes it makes me depressed, because I think, why do so many people suffer? Why these things happen? And why humans haven't learned Like why? And this whole cyclical repeats. There was an era where songs like these were carrying a huge message and bringing awareness to people and remind us that peace is important. We can coexist. We can make things better. At least we can live in harmony. But as time passes, humans seem to forget and repeat their mistakes again. And this hatred out of nowhere builds up. And I think songs like these reminds of that, and they are very important because they don't pick a side. They just show us the picture. And you guys telling me that they rejected money for not being silenced, it just makes them absolutely 10 times better, like infinite times better. It just shows that they care about their art and their message, and it was more important than money. And that they said, no, you're not going to buy me with money. You're not going to bribe me. Which is why they do. Which is why I'm against a lot of censoring, because it reminds me of people how inconsiderate humans were in the past. Exactly. I think censoring, it has to be the overuse of it. It's bad because then people don't know, and then they don't learn, and they repeat past mistakes or commit the mistakes of the past. Thank you so much for this one, Bubbles.